What's going on, y'all? We are back. We are back for another episode review of Power Season 4, Episode 2. This ain't gonna end what is it called? Just gonna get worse or some shit like that. Things about to get worse. Bitch, now you don't start the goddamn episode off with him pissing. Listen, I why they have to fuck him up the way that they did, okay? Proctor the whole time last week was telling James to, you cannot make people think that you are Ghost. You have got to play that I'm a all-American citizen, never had any priors, never had any arrests, no trouble with the law. I'm just a business owner with a family. I don't know what the hell is going on. Somebody's trying to set me up for some reason and I don't get it. You got to let everybody know that. But baby, they beat his ass in the end of last week's episode. He woke up the next day, bitch. He couldn't even piss straight. He is pissing. They beat the shit out of his kidneys, bitch. He pissing blood. Okay? He can barely sit down. I said, did they stick something in your ass? Because the way he sat down, I was concerned. I was a little bit concerned because, shit like that happens in there. And I was just like, all that shit wasn't necessary. And, for it to be a black fucking correctional, okay, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So, um, we get this scene with Tasha and the kids, okay? They trying to figure out, they eat the breakfast, figuring out what's going on. The kids want to know, well, at least Raina want to know, is daddy coming home? What that boy named Tariq, he has got to get slapped the fuck up, okay? People keep saying, I heard here and there that, maybe Tariq gonna be the one that bring down Kane. And no, Tariq is dumb as shit, okay? If he playing the job of being dumb, the bitch is doing a good job, okay? That shelter little bitch needs to be slapped or put out to dry because something is he's just not all the way there. You cannot have this. How do you hate your father that much? I mean, he provided a lot for you, and I understand he fucked around and got himself in some bullshit, so that's understandable. You can feel bad about that, but the way that you're coming off, your anger towards him about what he did is affecting your mom, and you acting as if you don't give a shit about your mom either. So that just fucked up. You saying a whole bunch of shit. Oh, he ain't coming out, so that means he must have did it. Raina like, bitch, won't you shut your ass up? No, you shut up because you dumb. No, you dumb. Kids going back and forth. They trying to figure out what to say when people talk to him about it. And, he was like, so he killed somebody. Your dad would never kill anybody. You know what I'm saying? Well, how did he get the nickname Ghost and all that? She was like, well, it's a hood thing. Now, let me tell you something. Tasha had me fucked up the last week, and we was all talking about this shit. When Tariq came back and he said that it was a friend that took the picture and was playing games or whatever, what black fucking mama from the hood gonna take that as an answer? In the street life. In the fucking street life. And let him go. See, that's the problem. He get away with too much shit. Y'all scared to put a goddamn belt to that ass, okay? You ain't gotta beat the bitch, but whoop that motherfucker. It's a difference, okay? It is a difference. One requires child protective services and one don't, okay? It's a difference, all right? Somebody needs to put hands on this little boy because he's doing too much for me. So we get Keisha coming over to the Tommy house. Tommy just woke up dingling all up in his boxer briefs and shit. I said, anyway, I said, what the hell is happening? Because Keisha is all up in Tommy's stuff. I'm not really don't know how I feel about this relationship that's about to pop off. They keep putting it. This is the second. They keep putting it that alluding to the fact that this gonna happen. I'm like, so this really gonna pop? Pop back, bitch, because I don't know. So she's upset and saying that she wants out because she was like, listen, I thought you said I was safe. I go over there to Tasha house. They done raided the place, bitch. And I sink that Angela bitch. I was two feet away from knocking that bitch out. Okay, 2 seconds away from doing that shit. And I just want my shit. Y'all gonna have to take y'all name off my shit, okay? He said, I can't do that because they already looking into me. And if they get into her finances, it's going to be so much more hell to pay and all that stuff. She was like, but bitch, you don't understand. I got a kid. He was like, you know what? He leaned over to her, rubbing her arms and stuff. Everything's going to be all right. I got you just like I did with Milan and how I used to protect you in the neighborhood. I said, y'all really going to force this down our throat? Okay, Courtney. You do what you do, all right? What else happened? We see Dre is, you know, in charge of the club. he up there scamming. Somebody asks for 2 bottles, you give him one in the matchbook, and then you do this so it can look like this on the books and all this stuff. And then Ghost finally calls him to tell him officially to run both clubs and all that stuff. Dre was like, bitch, I already been doing this. What's up? He was like, well, I talk to you when I talk to you. And Dre let him know that he's still talking to Karen. He convinced Karen to talk to her father and for them to keep the little deal that they had on the table last season, to keep that going. So back in the jail, this the shit that got me fucked up, because Angela was on her way to the they was doing this parallel scene. Okay, you see Angela going to her job, and we see the lawyer John Mock, and we see Sandoval, we see Sachs and all them sitting there, and I think his name Donovan, the black guy, and they talking about basically throwing Angela under the bus. Put that bitch on the stand, show that she was fucking all three, both of them. A love triangle gone wrong. There go your motive right there. Mock was like, man, you, Angela is listening outside the door. He was like, bitch, if I do that, it's gonna fuck everybody up in here because y'all knew about it already. So it's gonna make y'all lose y'all credibility. Okay? And at the same time, Proctor is telling James, because he came up in there and saw them all beat the fuck up and said, okay, so you didn't fight back? He was like, nah, that's what you got to do. You got to just take it. You can't let ghosts come out, okay, because that's what they want. You got to let them know that you just James St. Patrick. And he was like, well, bitch, put me on the stand so I can tell them about our relationship. He said, bitch, you can't put them on the stand because, first of all, that's going to be that's going to be something given for the prosecutor. That's going to be something for them, okay? They're going to take that shit and run with it, and you get on the stand, they're going to be asking you so many questions, trying to trip you up, which they do, and you ain't going to be able to handle that shit. So all of a sudden, they start doing this mock, court thing as if he's on the stand and as if Angela's on the stand. Baby, they tripped both of them up, made them look stupid. I said, well, damn. Okay, bitch, they basically said Angela was a little trifling. That stop. Okay, so you was fucking around with him. Okay, that was your first love. All right, and when he asked James, where you fucked her at? In the hotel, in the club, in the bathroom, in this and that, wherever we can get it in. Did you know that he was married? I knew. Okay, but see, he was finna leave, you was finna leave your wife and all this stuff for him, and then, you broke up with Knox and you got with him, and then all of a sudden, you get back with Knox, and then, all this shit happens, and we want to make this correlation to make it seem as if James is pissed off, so that's why he snapped and, killed Knox, and that's the same thing Proctor practically said. And it was like, after they laid it out, it was like, nah, don't put me on the stand. Mock was like, see, that's the reason why we can't put this bitch on the stand, okay? It's gonna fuck everything up. I said, well, shit. Mind you, we see one of the people from the crew that's supposed to be getting drugs territory. I don't know if he the one that's taking over for Ruiz, who got killed last season, but he went over there to some other Mexican guy and was like, bitch, we might be getting, I need to work with you. He was like, what's the word on the street about ghosts and his arrest affecting the business and stuff like that? Dude said they lying. That's all it is. They lying. And I said, well, damn, ain't no loyalties up in this game. He got to go with where the paper flow. I said, they don't give Tommy no respect. And see, let me tell you something. Mocking them got this shit still fucked up. They think Tommy is Ghost, and they really think James is just James. I said, y'all ain't nowhere yet. Y'all really not. Okay, so Julio finds out about Cristobal. That's his name. Cristobal was over there talking to the Taco Locos. Okay, and the tattoo guy, he's still cool with Julio and was telling him everything what happened. So he told Tommy, and it was like, we need to take care of that motherfucker because he got the biggest, his territory brings in a lot of product. So Tommy was going to do it. Julio was like, no, I got this. And at one point, he wanted to go down there, talk to ghosts and all this stuff. And Tommy said, you're going to have to chill on that for right now, okay? I know y'all got some history, but you're going to have to chill on that for a second. So Julio go talk to Cristobal because he was late. And he was basically trying to lie and say that his people got it wrong and all that stuff. And dude was like, no, we know you was up there talking to Taco Locos or Toco Locos. I used to be one. I still got some connects. Sometimes they don't keep their words. They snakes and all that stuff. But let me tell you this. I don't give a fuck what's going on with Ghost. You stand over here with us because your territory brings in a lot of product. And to make sure that we good, I'm going to give you a few extra bricks. I said, Julio, don't do no shit like that. Just fucking fucking shoot his ass, okay? Is his name Julio? It feels like I'm saying it wrong. I said just shoot his ass, but they need the territory. So what? Put somebody else in charge, okay? That's all I felt, you know. But it's too much heat on them as it is. So speaking of heat, um, Proctor did what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to get the news out there. He was going to put it out there that you just a family man, a regular citizen, this same storyline. And then a reporter was like, do you feel like, you know, they doing all this because he's a black man? Is race a part of it? They see this over there and mocking them office, okay? Mock is going off. Mock going off because he feels like it's fucked up that they bring a race into this shit. And I said, well, he was like, ain't nobody in here white. Sax was like, I am. But let me just tell y'all something. All white people are not racist. I said, just shut the fuck up. They go over there to the judge. The judge said, no, we ain't finna put no gag order on him. Proctor said, see, gotcha. Because the judge said, you would do the same thing when it suits you. So you either just need to suck it up and play the game just like it's being played. Okay? I ain't got time for this. So that was that. I said, shut your mouth. Next thing you know, this whole thing with Tasha. Tasha and them goddamn kids. See, Tariq. And y'all say, some of y'all saying that he playing dumb. So you playing dumb by acting a dick to your father? Like, I don't give a fuck what it is. You acting a dick to your father and your mama because she trying to tell y'all when y'all go up in school, make sure y'all just remain calm and act cool. Don't say nothing about this and don't call him Ghost. I'm sitting here like, you need to knock that little motherfucker in the back out because he gonna say, you know, the one next to you, because Raina was in the back. Because he gonna say Ghost on purpose. He look like he'll do that shit just to fuck with y'all. And then, you know, Raina get out the car. She talking to Tariq. Talking about, you know, you need to chill the fuck out, okay? You need to just, somebody come up to you and say something, don't say nothing. She was trying to school him on some stuff. You know, when I was back in the hood and we did this, all of a sudden we hear, I said, what's that? Okay, that's cameras flashing. Paparazzi just taking a goddamn picture, okay? And Tasha was like, let me go handle this right quick. She was like, why are you stalking my kids, okay? She pushed him back. And he kept going. And then she grabbed the camera and broke it. What the fuck you doing? My lawyer gonna get on you. I said, bitch, you the one that invaded her shit. Now it's so fucked up that the law is on his side. The cameraman. That's fucked up. Even though you invading and taking pictures without their permission, because you can't do that, unfortunately, for her damaging your property because she trying to stop you from doing whatever it is you doing, she can get fined and you know, charged for that shit. That's fucked up. But Tariq gonna get out there kind of say, oh, so this how we supposed to handle shit? I said slap his ass. I said trip his ass when he go up in there. Slap that motherfucking earring out and put it in his nose, bitch. Because he is just getting on my nerve. He get up in the school. Rena's like, you know, what's going on? These little jock kids come over there talking about something. Hey, yo, your daddy, that gun that you brought to school that day, is that the same gun that your dad used to kill that federal agent? Raina was like, my daddy ain't killed, and then here come Tariq. Maybe. All up in his face. Now, I give him props for, you know, not standing down to that little nigga, but me and Rena was on the same side, like, girl, she said don't say shit, but listen to you. Okay, listen the fuck to you. She was like, I don't even know who the fuck you are anymore. And he go text and call fucking Kanan. Talking about some, man, you know, everybody liars. My mama a liar, he a liar. Daddy ain't getting out, he's still up in jail. Yeah, that's because he did it. You for real? Yeah, if they ain't gonna let him out, that's because he did it. I said, this nigga so stupid. You are 16 years old. You mean to tell me you can't Google what the shit is going on? Just because they keep you in without bail don't mean that you guilty, bitch, okay? You want your father to go down so bad for something that you don't know shit about, and you getting played by the worst person ever who was trying to take your ass out, and he trying to link up with him, okay? I'm just sitting here like, he just irks my soul. That's what happened when your kids are very, very fucking sheltered, okay? Don't nobody do this shit. Don't no hood bitch. You come from the hood, you don't do no shit like this. Nah, you don't teach your kids shit like that. Dre, on the other hand, he doing what he doing. So what was in the matchbox was them drugs and stuff. So that's what they, paying off of and all that shit. So everything flowing up in the clubs and shit, money coming in, customers still coming in. Next thing you know, he's preparing for the next night. And all of a sudden, here come the FBI agents with a fucking warrant, trying to look through this thing, look all over the club. And what the fuck they find? Not a goddamn thing. Jay was like, "Come on in here. You want to do it? What you want to say? Do. There it is. We ain't got shit to hide." Sandoval, Mike ass came up in there, went into that office. First of all, you put your fingerprints on that door handle. Then you put the glove on and you was looking for places. And I said, don't tell me he about to plant that gun. When he went around that corner, he pulled that gun out. I said, God damn. Open up that drawer, move that container, and put that gun right there in the slide. Of course they found it, okay? And my whole thing is, the gun don't got James' DNA on it, so... Or do it. Like, where the gun come from? Refresh my memory on that. Did he ever touch the gun? Because if that's the case, that was all pointless. Like, I'm just pissed off. Now they want to go up there and go see want the kids to go see him. That was Tariq's whole thing. He ain't want to go up there and see the daddy. I said, such a little, you can't be trusted to be by yourself. So you just shut the fuck up, okay? You just, child, you got the guards fucking with Ghost, and you got the fucking prisoners fucking with him. Biscuit came up into him and talked about some, I heard you, this rich dude or whatever. And look, that bitch, first of all, he was fucking up that dry ass Biscuit. Ain't gonna take that Biscuit from him and gonna say something, oh, with your seal looking eyes and you a pretty boy, gonna rub on it. I said, get your hands off of him like that. We are not about to do this shit. He tried it and Ghost denied it because he popped that arm. And then they was like, calm the fuck down. I said, get your ass out of here. Then we get to Ressie. He up there talking to his wife and she tell him, the money didn't come in and I'm not going to be able to come back up in here because I'm too sick. And he was like, let me take care of it. I said, what are you about to do? He gets some information. He tell his lawyer about what's going on. His lawyer comes up there and tell him, yeah, I got that information about old boy, the James St. Patrick. He a nightclub owner, something high profile or whatever. He said I should have known because that lawyer of his, first of all, he used a racial slur. I'm not going to do that. His lawyer let him go for him, So he was like, wait a minute. He cool with Tommy Egan. Where did Tommy Egan grow up? They both grew up in Queens. And then he just sat back. I said, is this Tommy Daddy? What the fuck going on? And listen, I'm disturbed as shit. Okay, mind you, the kids came up there to talk to Ghost. He crying to him, I'm sorry, but I got you into this, and Tariq, you the man of the house, and all. Girl, who gives a shit? Not Tasha, but Keisha and Tommy. Keisha and fucking Tommy. First of all, Tommy is pissed off that he found out Julio was not the one that checked Cristobal for real. It was old boy who stepped to Cristobal and Domingo, Cristobal's dude, popped old boy in the face. He was a little pissed off about that shit. Cause he like ain't no talking to this motherfucker. He should have handled him. I understand where he was coming from. But the shit got handled, okay? But Tommy goes over there to Keisha. They talking. They rapping. I need you to stay up in this shit with me. You know what I'm saying? Where Cash at? And he over there at his cousin. I said, so y'all really gonna do this? Y'all really gonna do this? And they did that shit right there on the counter. I said, well, fuck Lala. You need to get some too. But not this. Not Tommy. And she asking where Holly ass at. Holly ain't here, bitch. That bitch is in the river somewhere, okay? So after Tommy and Keisha get through doing what they did, they talking about how we need to keep this on the low. I can't tell Tasha what's going on, just like when I told her that I was interested up in Sean. Next thing you know, her and Sean was fucking. What? She was fucking Sean? Hell yeah, that bitch took him right from underneath my nose and all that shit. So Tommy and her agreed not to tell Tasha. Fine. Moving on from that shit. What the fuck else happened? In the courthouse. I'm sorry, I just got a text message. Anyway, in the courthouse, we see Mock, giving this statement or, his opening statement or whatever to the jury, trying to get them to convict James on, first degree murder of this federal agent, painting as if Tommy Egan, aka Ghost, in their eyesight, was the one working with Knox because Knox got indicted or got found out to so-called be helping. They set him up to be helping Lobos, okay, and they set him up for the killing of Lobos, and they said that him and Egan was doing it together, and so James did all this to protect his friend, and we need to charge him or indict him on first-degree murder. So mind you, it was a guy that works in a courthouse that was just standing there like a little usher, whatever. He was in there just listening, and his name Charlie. He was giving Proctor the information of what was going down. Okay, so now he know what angle they trying to go through, and I said, ain't this about a bitch? They really trying to get this man for something that he didn't do. And for Sandoval to just be so coy with, like, he don't give a shit. It's really stupid. And then they telling them that they found the murder weapon up in the office by the bar. Angela damn well knew that that wasn't the case, bitch. She knew that he ain't that slot because she was like, in the bar? In the office? I said, speak up and say that, no, somebody planning some shit, but of course she ain't gonna say nothing. She gonna be quiet about the whole thing. And they felt talking about something. They thinking they can just an open and shut case because they found the murder weapon. I'm like, but it's his DNA on the murder weapon. That's all that I'm concerned about. Okay, where'd you get this gun from? Not Sandoval, bitch. I'm confused. I'm lost. Okay, you get Tommy going over there. Domingo is in his car. This probably was the funniest part. Domingo was up in his car, bitch. He lit that J up, and then all of a sudden, the music come on. Easy like Sunday morning, and the gun comes out. I said, bitch, it's Tommy. Tommy is pissed the fuck off. Get the fuck up out the car, bitch. And then he was like, I give you to the count of 10 to start running. 1, 2, and he started running. He said, fuck it, 10. He get up in the car and he chasing him down. Now, at first, I didn't think he was really going to run him over. But, bitch, he was playing cat and mouse with his ass for a little bit. And then he got tired and said, fuck it, I'm bored. And popped his ass. That bitch rolled all the way over that car. And then he bagged the fuck back on his thigh. Was it his thigh? Yeah, it was his thigh. I said, bitch. He said, don't you ever cross me. All right? This is what we gonna do. And this how it's gonna be. He was like, let's apologize. Get this car the fuck up off me. Ask me nicely. Get this car the fuck up off me. Please. He was like, okay. I said, bitch. This shit was funny. And then here you go from that shit to this dumb bitch Tariq up there meeting up with Kanan. Okay, mind you, Tasha was about to tell him about a childhood friend that got into some shit, and she mentioned Kanan. It was like, what happened to your dad? He teaching him how to pick open the lock. Okay, so he picking open that lock to get up into that old apartment. And he was like, cool, I want to do that too. What happened about your father? I don't want to talk about that nigga. Okay, well, damn. You know about some dude named Kanan? Yeah, from back in the neighborhood, but he dead. You ain't got to worry about him. I said, oh, Tariq. Somebody just pop his ass. Tommy had met up with Proctor, and Proctor was telling him what they trying to do, trying to connect him to this crime and make it seem like he's the one that, why Ghost was doing all this stuff, and if Ghost go down, he gonna go down too. They trying to connect him to the drug case, okay? That's all they trying to do. And so, basically, Proctor was going there to get some drugs for his wife. But anyway, Proctor go over there and telling Ghost what's going on. And he was like, why would I put the gun in Truth? You know I didn't do that. They was like, I know you wouldn't, but at this point they got the weapon already, so it don't matter. And we remember when he was first talking to him about putting him on the stand, when he was going through that shit and he was like, did you kill the federal agent? And he said, I will never kill an agent. You know what I'm saying, like that. And he said, see, that fucked you up right there when you said you would never kill a federal agent, because that implies you have killed somebody before, or you will kill somebody, or you would kill somebody else, just not a federal agent. You know what I'm saying? So Ghost is pissed off. Ghost is pissed off about the whole thing because he understands now that they really trying to get him to flip. And this is what Proctor's saying. This is Mock's MO. He's going to try to get you to snitch. And if it was him, he would do it. And Ghost said, bitch, I'm not you. Because they're going to make it so that it's a federal case that ties you to a drug organization, a big drug organization, and he'll get mandatory life in jail. And that's if he don't flip. I'm sitting here like, they got the system fucked up. So they was gonna try to go through Tommy mom to see if she'd flip, cause he claimed that she was his alibi, right? Tommy mama come over to his house. Mind you, Sax was following Tommy and put a tracker underneath his car. But little did he know, he gave that car to his mama, okay? Mama was too glad that Holly was gone. Everybody is glad. But then all of a sudden, we go back to Angela and them place. She talking to Sandoval saying, I think it's too easy that the gun was at the club because he would never do that, and I think he intentionally did that to help his case. And this is when Mock come up in there and was like, bitch, they gonna go for we get first degree murder, plus we about to go for the death penalty. And I said, ain't this about a bitch? Angela, you ain't gonna speak up and say shit? Hell no, nah, she ain't gonna say nothing. Of course Tasha get the news, and she pissed the fuck off. She go over there to Angela place and she was about to beat that bitch ass, and she gonna say some, I don't know if you know, but before I met Ghost, when I met him, I had a boyfriend. Cause Tasha was like, you know damn well he would never kill an agent. You know damn well he didn't do none of this shit. Okay? And she was like, well, I had a boyfriend when I met Ghost. And trust and believe, it's a whole bunch of shit that he didn't tell you that we in the same boat. Because he ain't telling me a lot of stuff too. And I'm sitting here like, Tasha, knock her ass out. Now, see, Tasha was thinking the same thing I was thinking, because then all of a sudden she said, bitch, you better be glad you're a fucking agent. I said, that don't mean shit. But then again, Angela, that weak bitch that probably would call the police and arrest her or whatever for hitting a prosecutor, a federal agent or whatever, bitch, gonna say something. Just like, ugh. Ugh. She was like, you had my kids in your house. Whoop her ass, Tasha. Whoop her ass. Okay, you deserve it. After all of that shit, what else happened? Proctor basically told him the news, told Tommy, not Tommy, but Ghost the news. We see it in his face that he's just like all fucked up. We get Charlie Murphy telling him all this shit about Death Row trying to scare him. I'm like, you are a Uncle Tom ass nigga on this shit, and I'm not here for it. Kanan pop up threatening Dre, talking about something. Why you telling him about Kanan, telling Tariq about Kanan? And he was like, I didn't tell him shit, okay? And he was like, you lied to so many people, you ain't got no friends, so you need to keep your mouth closed and keep paying on time. Then Tommy gets a phone call from Ghost, and he was like, they trying to pin this all on me. They trying to take me down, and I need help. I need you to look after my family. I said, shit. And that was Power. At the end of the day, from what it looked like it's going to be the season, Angela has to die and Tariq needs his ass whipped. That's all. I'll see y'all later. Peace. Pogos. But then again, this bitch brought it on himself, so hey, fuck it.